Participating. What do you mean, participating?
Participating in whatever's going on at that moment.
Okay, I like that word, participating.
Well, I think when I experience something, it goes deeper than just like the superficial remembering or whatever. It like changes me, and it doesn't have to be like a great big change, but something that impacts my life, so that I've experienced God, taken it in, and then it goes
Okay.
deeper than just.
Okay.
That's nice.
Good. Okay, so those two things.
See, like,
How do you know you're experiencing something?
like nerves and like senses and things like, for example, I can think about eating that yogurt, but I'm not, like, my taste buds can't.
Good.
taste
Okay,
that.
good.
So it's like,
Good.
I was
Perfect.
going to kind of say the same thing as her, but it's the yogurt is something that is tangible, that we can see in front of us, that we can actually hold and do something with, whereas things that we're thinking about or can't do anything about, it's not worth our time to spend thinking about them because we aren't there and we can't, do that right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't take away, like, if you're a mom who's got 87 things going on, you kind of want to think about all the things that are coming up, or else you'll miss out on the things that are coming up, right? You don't, how many kids do you have?
5.
They probably are involved in a whole bunch of things every week, right? If you don't ever, please don't get me wrong, where we're going does not mean you never think about the future. We don't want to take away planning, for sure, or else then it's just chaos and bad things happen if you don't, correct? Yeah, you can't. And some of my best memories, I love going back and going, wow. But you can't directly experience anywhere but here and now. Okay? Now, I want to throw in an idea that's interesting. It's called the principle of attrition. This is another mind idea. We mentioned earlier we have the power of focused attention, and the idea here is when you stop focusing on a thing, the power of that thing stops having power. The energy of that thing stops having power over you. So the example of that is easy. Have you ever been in an argument with somebody, or let's say your coach yelled at you? I know that doesn't happen with your coaches. Or somebody yelled at you, somebody said something really mean to you, or you had an argument. And you relive it over and over. You remember it over and over and over, right? You keep, oh my gosh, and if I've only said that. You keep, and while you're reliving it on your mental screen, you're remembering it, how are you feeling? There's the emotion that was while it was happening stays, correct? To a certain extent. The principle of attrition says at some point you can stop thinking about that, and the energy of that that's associated with that thought also goes. Like if I'm tired of thinking about this argument, I'm not going to think about it anymore. And as soon as you stop thinking about it, the feeling that you had that went with that thought goes away. Principle of attrition. It's kind of a sideline thought.
How do you spell that? I'm sorry.
Which?
Attrition?
Attrition. In other words, if you aren't consistently thinking about something, it loses its negative impact on you. Let's use this example. Is there anyone in here who has not been paying attention to the Supreme Court nominee and all the amazing stories that are being made up about him and all these other things? Is there anyone who's not paying attention? So, how many of you have been paying quite close attention? And there's no judgment either way. Those of you who have been paying attention, do you notice yourself getting emotionally hooked in and having some intensity of an emotion about it? Probably. It's a very emotional issue. Those of you who haven't been watching it at all, is there any emotion about whether this guy becomes Supreme Court guy or not? No, because you're not thinking about it. If you don't think about a thing, it doesn't have any effect on you. If it did, we'd be doomed forever because all the things that are happening. Oh, the news. You watch the news and it's just. But if you just turn off the news and go outside, you're not thinking about all the things they want you to be, or they try to make you feel a certain way about. Does that make sense? I'm trying to get us to get into our minds that there's a lot more flexibility about thinking and feeling than we sometimes have thought. Okay, now,